Altitude. Warning, 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 warning. Caution.
Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, Beyond Visual Range. We are both staff members, part of Hoover's Aircraft Carrier game. Today we're going to be teaching you Beyond Visual Range tactics and tactics on how to defend against air-to-air missiles and different types of various attack aircraft. Joining me today is my co-host, Shark, and you can go ahead and introduce yourself as well.
I am a staff member in Hoover's game, as you can tell, since, the kind man next to me said. I've been playing for some time, and I know a thing or two about this game, so we'll try to help you as we can.
Yeah, we'll try to kind of explain how you guys can safely maneuver yourself and be able to get some kills in order to get some money to possibly achieve some of your dreams and, better get you acquainted with the game. In any way, shape, or form, let's get into it, and thank you for watching Beyond Visual Range. Hello, guys, and joining you up in the air here, I'm going to be teaching you different combat tactics on how to take down other aircraft. So, once you've taken off and you've enabled your combat mode, which is equipable by pressing R, you can then cycle through your weapon systems. You can cycle through them by pressing C, just lets you bring up different types of weapons that you have on your aircraft. Today we're going to be learning how to use the AM9s and AM120s in order to get kills. So, I have my target, which is Shark, locked up on my HUD. As you can see, I'm getting radar blips from him, indicating that he's in an F-18, about 12 kilometers away from me. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I have a clear visual on him, so I'm going to break off from Shark, since I was able to have a clear visual on him, breaking off. I can use my AM120 by clicking U. That will give me a radar lock, and that allows me to fire on him. But the thing is, since Shark is so far away from me, and he's flying at a really fast rate of speed, I am not able to lock onto him, and my missile will probably not hit. What I'm going to do is, my point will be to try to cut him off in a certain way where I can launch one of my AM9s on him, and he flies directly into the path of that missile. As I'm getting on his 6 right here, I'm going to try to cut under him, and then I'm going to start rapidly accelerating upwards to where I can then have a clear line of sight on him. And as I'm closing in on him, as I see that I'm closing in, I know that as I start passing him, I can launch one of my missiles out and make a direct hit right into his aircraft. So Shark, I'd like you to break up for me. So Shark's going to start breaking up. See, I start intersecting his path, and I fire off a missile. Now I know that missile trajectory will hit.
Yeah, boy.
Kill confirmed, splashed bandit. So this tactic can be used in various scenarios, especially when the other pilots are entering a high apex bypass loop. And that's usually done by proceeding to push back on the stick all the way and climbing at a very high rate of speed. And what I see most pilots do is they will climb at a really high rate of speed, but they will not protect their 6. And that's a very important thing to do, since you want to make sure that you're always going to be protected from your 6. Now, in this scenario, I am able to actually splash off Shark just by intercepting his high bypass loop that he was trying to enter. And as of that, I was able to splash him. So that is a really great way to splash off with an AM9 in this scenario. And now we're going to move over to the AM120. Alright, so I am joining you guys in the F-22 Raptor. A little bit of change of a plane here. But we're going to be teaching you flare maneuvers and how to outmaneuver a lot of different types of planes and a lot of different types of missiles. Shark's going to be my demonstrator today, and he's going to be the one launching out the missiles and teaching you guys how to avoid them accurately. So Shark, you can go ahead and take it away, and let's get on it.
Alright, you need to fire a missile at me first.
Oh yes, I did forget about that. Alright, here you go, Shark, sending one AM9 for you.
Alright, okay, the first thing you do when you see, usually AM9s have a red triangle. When you see one, you want to dump a few flares and always turn the opposite way the flares are going. That way you have the highest chance of evading the missile. Also, I'm not too sure if afterburners have a difference, but make sure to cut that off. Just in case.
Yeah, it's always good to get out of your weapon exhaust power if you're using that, just so you don't attract an extra little missile towards you. I'm going to go ahead and try that with an AM120 now, and we're going to see how that affects us. I have Shark up in the locks now and sending one AM-120 towards you.
All right, when you see an A120, all you really need to do is pull in one direction. They don't have enough G-forces to really chase you, so as long as you pull in one direction, it'll be off your tail.
Yeah, so what Shark is going to do is Shark is going to fire one AM-120 at me, and we're going to see how I'm able to avoid that based on the tactics he just told me.
All right, let me go unlock you. Let me catch up to you. Your stealth, remember?
Ah, yes. So one thing about our planes is the F-22 Raptor and the Su-57 are the only planes in game that currently have stealth capabilities.
The F-35, I believe, does also have it.
Depends on where you attach the, I believe, missile racks on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I do know the F-22 does have. Okay, I'm locking on. I'm firing. You might want to dodge this now.
And missile avoided.
That was really close. But pretty much, if you're an F-22 and an A-120 is fired at you,
just get out of there as fast as possible.
yeah, because it has to be fired from like 5 kilometers or less. You cannot survive if you're too not observant. So take that into account when flying stealth aircraft.
We're gonna teach you how to dogfight. So now I'm gonna be dogfighting versus a F-18, which is probably gonna go really bad for the F-18. But we're gonna see how good this can possibly be. Here we go.
All right,
let's
merge.
Yeah, let's merge together and then we'll break off.
All right.
Okay, I'm getting on you.
Same.
And merge.
Let's go.
So what I'm going to look is I'm looking for him to merge out in such a way where I can throw one of my AM-9s at him and it will hit him directly. So that's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for that slot opening. Since I have a much tighter radius than him, it's a lot easier for me to possibly make it into that little tight triangle that he's trying to hold up. And see, I was trying to shoot at it and it didn't work. So I'm going to try to lock him with my AM-120s now.
Oh, this will be a pain.
Let's see if I can get you with an AM-120. I have to move away from you first for that one.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Well, I have a lot of space away from you now.
It's too bad. I'll let you get further away.
Oh, I got a lock on you though.
So I fired at you. It's lucky you were too close.
Your missiles are my dancing partners, buddy. All right, let me get
away.
Let me break off from you.
Fired. Oh.
That was so
yeah, almost point blank against an F-22. I can't do anything with my M120s. They're not gonna hit. Yeah, like that.
And boom, there you go. That was an AM-120 kill too, Shark.
Yeah, keep in mind if you fire an AM-120 at point blank and they're going straight at you,
it's pretty much
there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You will die.
Yeah. So yeah, taking all of those missile defense tactics into account, it's obvious that I had an unfair advantage since I did use an F-22, but these primarily principles do apply in any scenario of dogfighting, and it doesn't matter what aircraft you have, as long as you're able to get the jump and be able to cut in front of the opposing aircraft's flight path, you should be able to throw an AM-120 in there or an AM-9. Now, I would recommend that you do use your AM-120s resourcefully, and use only your AM-9s when it's a really fast-moving target and you need to have fast vectoring onto that target. If it's something that's a lot slower, like a terrain, like an F-18, and it's flying far away, I would say definitely use your AM-120s because those will guide further and they would guide more accurately over a longer distance. But that was the first segment of Beyond Visual Range. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned and stay informed when we upload more videos. Thank you.